Hello and welcome to Retro Reviews, my channel where I review my favorite retro video games of all time, as well as some modern releases I've recently finished. Today I want to look at a modern release from Annapurna Entertainment, and that is Stray. Stray is super intriguing. I remember when it first got announced, it positioned itself as this game that you play through the eyes of a normal house cat. You could jump up onto high objects, you could scratch little posts, you could sleep. It was really cute and adorable, and it pulled me in and the gaming landscape in general. In fact, it received so much critical praise when it first got released that it got nominated for Game of the Year. And it didn't have a great chance of winning since it was going up against some really big juggernauts that year, but it got a lot of praise for being so good looking and so well playing at the same time, and not having a AAA budget, but looking like a AAA video game. And it should and absolutely should be commended for how well it plays and for how great it looks. When I finally got my hands on it, I really loved my experience. I actually went for the Platinum Trophy, even though it had like a speedrun trophy associated with, where you have to go the entire game in a certain amount of time. But watching a couple videos and just planning my routes actually made it super easy. I got it on my first try. So I really loved this game enough to do every single thing that it has to offer. But even for just a little small contained story, it's really, really well done. You play as a little house cat in this post-apocalyptic world. You're in this first area with a bunch of other cats. It's overgrown. You can tell that it hasn't had any life around it recently. And you happen to slip and fall to this world below you that you didn't know existed. You'll find these robot people everywhere. And now they don't speak cat or anything. They don't know how to speak to you, but you'll run into a little robot dude that will create this harness for you and interacts with you, and he speaks to the robots for you so you can get a better glimpse into what's going on in this world, and then you can start to help out these people. They are afraid of you at first because they've never seen anything like you before. You can tell that like life itself has vanished from this world almost entirely. There's no human life to speak of, but the robots speak and act a lot like humans do. It's almost like they have remnants of the humans within their technology, which is really cool. I think that the way that they incorporate the story elements into this game is really fantastic, because it comes off just as a cat simulator game at the surface, but there's just so much more to explore and experience here. I won't spoil any of the story or anything here. I'll just speak about what I love about this game. So like I said previously, you are just playing as a cat. There's a lot of verticality in these levels, these open worlds that you find. You have a lot of ways to climb up structures and explore the world. You have a lot of dexterity. You're pretty nimble because you're a cat. You can sneak into places. You can hide in boxes and everything. And your whole goal is to help out these robot people, because there's like a lot of themes of oppression and suppression from these government entities that these robots have established. It's really quite clever. They're also really afraid of these little like bug creatures that eat metal. They will pretty much eat any material that they are able to find. So a lot of these robots won't go into certain areas. They have them locked off, and they're afraid because they don't want to get eaten by these things. But since you have so much dexterity and you're able to maneuver things, you actually have the ability to outrun them and outmaneuver them. And so they send you in to try and help them out and get them from point A to point B successfully. And as you're assisting them, you learn more about this world and what's been going on, about who this robot companion is that you have. It's really quite clever, and I love the way that they've packaged this game together. It is really quite fun. It's not a super long game, just a few hour commitment that you're trying to get yourself into. So it's absolutely recommendable. If you like indie games, this is a really, really high up on their list that you should experience. If it goes on sale especially, this is one to jump into. There are some technical hiccups here and there. Sometimes your jumps don't always land, or I guess they land. It's hard to find the button prompt that you need to jump up onto ledges sometimes. It's not the smoothest ride from start to finish, but for the majority of the time, it is an incredibly smooth experience. And like I said, the story itself is just so beautifully woven into this world that they've created. And the way that you interact just as this normal cat helping out these people is really beautiful overall. I'm going to give Stray a gold ranking. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.